What's good YouTube, Giants fan 696 back here today for our first video of 2K24. Just came out yesterday, getting right to it, testing out badges. So our first video here is going to be a breakdown of the new Bulldozer Badge in NBA 2K24. So this is probably the most hyped up badge coming into the game. And right from 2K, it's a mix of scoring and a ball handling badge. Think of this as Bully version 2.0 with elements of the old Plant Breaker. Bulldozer improves the player's ability to push through physical body ups and finish with physicality around the rim. So it sounds like one of those badges you guys are going to be OP, but I'm here to test that out for you guys. So the way we're going to do it, I'm in Blacktop right now, so I can customly change players' attributes on different created rosters I made. And Zach Timmerman, he's one of the guys from 2K, I believe. Yeah, he is. He's a dev. And he posted requirements to get Bulldozer on bronze, silver, gold, and Hoff. So I made different rosters with different types of players to show you guys what tier you need the badge on, or if you even need it at all, when it's useful and when it's not. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so I'm in here. So first let me show you what's supposed to happen when you have a high Bulldozer or high strength player with a low strength player. So show you a quick example. I'm going to give the CPU Curry, and I'm going to give myself Giannis. So Giannis, he has Bulldozer on off. Curry does not have Bulldozer at all, and he has like 40 something strength. So just doing this just to establish what it looks like when you have the Bulldozer mismatch and how OP it could be. So as you can see, that's all you do. Basically, I'm just running into him and going up because I'm a lot stronger than him, right? But yeah, just show you one more time. Bulldozer, see, and I'm literally just went right through him. Just bulldozed right through his body. So, show it one more time. Just going right through him. So that's what it looks like when it's a high strength Hoff Bulldozer versus no Bulldozer, really small guy, 8-inch difference, but that's not always going to be the case, right? So what I wanted to test is how two players of the same, similar sizes. So I took Jason Tatum and I took Kawhi, and I did it with Tatum, no low strength, too low of strength to even get Bulldozer, and no immovable enforcer. That's also the key. Against Kawhi with bronze Bulldozer, silver Bulldozer, gold Bulldozer, and off Bulldozer to compare and see what happens. So let's see. So I have my created rosters here. My first one, okay, so this first one is going to be Tatum with below 74 strength, because that's what it is. So I believe I just gave him 73 to get him under the threshold. And then I gave Kawhi 74 strength with bronze Bulldozer to show you guys what happened. It might surprise you, but we'll see. So I give the ball to Tatum first. I'm gonna let him score. Or not, I'll just take my board. So I'm gonna try to trigger the Bulldozer, run into him. And as you can see, I get completely stonewalled. So very different than the mismatch before. So we'll do it one more time just to make sure it's not like some fluky animation or anything. I'll wait till I get my energy back here, so I'm full energy. And we're gonna see if we could get the Bulldozer animation. And as you can see, we're completely boxed. And like I said, I took off all of Tatum's defensive badges so I could really see what it's like. Same thing with Kawhi. I took off all his offensive except Bulldozer. And so Tatum doesn't have immovable enforcer, doesn't have anything. So I really just want to test out this Bulldozer badge. So clearly doesn't work with bronze against someone the same size. And keep in mind, Tatum and Kawhi, they're like the same size. So 1 inch difference between the two. So, and that's my test. Because if you're making a player in park, right, you're most likely going to be seeing people around the same size as you are, because there's always going to be meta type of builds. So that's what I want to test. So the next one's going to be same thing. Jason Tatum, 73 strength, no defensive badges. And Kawhi now will have 84 strength with silver Bulldozer. So, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. We're gonna let him score just so we can get the ball and do our test. As you see, I'm gonna run into him again, and I did get completely boxed. I'm not getting the bulldozer like I thought I would, and it's not good. I'm gonna do it just a couple more times to make sure. Try to the left maybe. Again, just completely walled up by Tatum. So again, we'll just try one more time, but it looks like Silver Bulldozer isn't the answer either. See, again, I'm just getting completely stopped by the AI right here. I'm trying to go up, I can't. You guys be cold. So silver's not the answer. Let's try gold. Hold on. Keep in mind, this is still all versus no immovable enforcer, and he only has 73 strength. So Kawhi is a lot stronger than him right now. So then we're gonna go to gold. Just gonna keep going until we figure out what's going on, right? Same thing. Tatum, Kawhi. So now keep in mind, so Kawhi has gold bulldozer now with 92 strength, because I want to match it of exactly what the MyPlayer threshold is, because that's what, you know, we'd be trying to do this for, right? So same thing. Tatum got no badges or anything. Again, just completely stuffed. I don't know what's going on. I was hoping Bulldozer Badge might work. I know they're the same size, so I knew it would be tough. But I would think that the gold versus no immovable enforce at all would give me the animation where I could kind of push him out of the way. But turns out that's not how it is. So that's why we do these tests, so you don't make a whole build in mistake or something. Again, that time I even kind of got around him and I got stuffed again. So let's do it one more time before we just go on to our off test and see what's going on. Again, just completely stuffed again. So gold, also clearly not the answer. So let's move on to our next one, which is Hall. So now for this next one, Kawhi is going to have 96 strength with Hall of Fame Bulldozer, still versus Tatum with no immovable enforcer and 73 strength, because that's one below what you need for bronze Bulldozer. So that's why I wanted to test there. So let's try it again. Alright, so let's see. Could we get something going with Hoff Bulldozer? We just want the ball tail. Give me that. Thank you. Alright, so we're going to try attacking with gun. And we're just stuffed again. Now keep in mind, I'm doing the same exact way to trigger the animation I did when I had Giannis with his Hawk Bulldozer. So like I know I'm running into him correctly at the right angle. It's just I'm not getting it because for whatever reason, him with no immovable force, or maybe because of the same size, I'm had more than 20 strength in him at this point. So, you know, it's just not the answer. So what I've concluded from actually doing this test, and you know, I did this also before I recorded the video too, right? Just to make sure, and my tests are doing the exact same thing. So if you want to be someone who utilizes Bulldozer, it can't be against someone who you're the same size as. No matter what their strength is, it clearly doesn't work, right? So to actually take that one step further, look at this Hoffbull that's getting completely wrecked. Take that one step further, what I actually did is I took Tatum again with no defensive badges. I put Tatum on 25 strength versus Kawhi, Hoff Bulldozer 96 strength, just to see what would happen, right? And you guys might know what's gonna happen, but I'll show you anyway. Just to let you know. Again, Kawhi 6'7" and Tatum 6'8", I believe. So again, they're like the same size, which is exactly the first test I wanted to do. So look, Tatum, keep in mind, Tatum is 25 strength with no defensive badges, and completely I'm not bulldozing anything. What am I bulldozing? There's no bulldozer happening. Literally none. Not one bulldoze is happening. Yeah, I'm trying to bulldoze my way. See, nothing. He got no defensive stat. He has 25 strength, and I just can't get my bulldozer off on him. even that time where you could say I kind of ran by him, that's not what we're looking for though, because I'm running into him. I'm supposed to get that push animation, and Kawhi has no other offensive badges, so I'm running into him, and I'm not bulldozing anything. So after I did that, I said, all right, bulldozer does not work when they're the same size. You could have 25 strength. As long as you're the same height as someone, it does not matter. So then from there, I said, all right, so it worked with Curry and Giannis. So what about people who just want to bully people smaller than them or bulldoze people smaller than them, right? So kind of wanted to find where that sweet spot was, because obviously someone with half bulldoze as big as Giannis and as small as Curry with 40 strength isn't going to work. So what I then did was take Curry and I gave him 96. I gave him like 96 strength, and I gave him half Immovable Enforcer, which is the direct counter to Bulldozer, right? And then I see how that played out against Giannis with his half Bulldozer. So let's show you what that looks like to just see, because I really want to see how much height plays a role versus the actual badges, right? And like I said, this is a Bulldozer test, so we want to see everything. So now Curry with half Immovable Enforcer versus Giannis half Bulldozer. So I'm going to try to drive into him. And as you can see, it's harder than it was before, right? Before, I kind of just shoved Curry out of bounds. That time, I pushed him, and I really only made, he was actually in good position, but I only really made that layup because of the height difference. But it doesn't matter, we're just looking for the Bulldozer animation. As you can see, my layups are going in, but Curry is in a lot better of a position. So if the height difference wasn't as much, that's not going in. It's only going in because for the purpose of this, I want a small guard and a big player. It's a really big height difference in between them. But like right there, you can see I got stopped, which is really what I wanted to show you guys, is that it's not going to be full through every time when Curry actually has half Immovable Enforcer, regardless of his size. So from there, I wanted to find a sweet spot of, all right, so at what point is it worth it for someone to have Bulldozer? So let's show you. So what I then did is then just take Giannis with no Bulldozer and Curry who has no Bulldozer, and then see what happens there. Would it still work? Will he still bully him? Because remember, our first test was just with Giannis with his badge and Curry not. But if Curry was able to get a stop with half Immovable Enforcer, even though his like 6'2" and Giannis is like 7 foot, then I just wanted to kind of be curious a little bit of how it would work if neither of them had it. So they're both weak here. It's just down to a size difference right now. No one has defensive badges. So yeah, I'm trying to draft. And as you can see, I'm making my layup, but I'm having a really tough time getting there. And that's not what I want. I want it to be crisp and clean, because if you're playing park, you're playing pro-am, whatever mode you play, you're gonna have someone to help, right? And as you can see, I'm even getting body up there. So that's showing me that Bulldozer is going to be good if you just want to bully someone smaller than you. Now what I just want to figure out is what tier is it really worth it at, right? So as we can see, definitely want it on something. So that's when I did my next test. Alright, so then our next one, so we just did Giannis 0, so we're going to do Giannis with it on bronze, right? Giannis put it on bronze and Curry just normal, because like I said, we want to see what it looks like. We want to find that sweet spot of where we get the good Bulldozer animations. Alright, we're going to see what bronze. Do we get those push-off animations we're looking for against small guards, or are we still going to be kind of caught up? So like right there, it made me shoot a fadeaway because I was trying to get the Bulldozer. I thought I'd get a better push, right? But I didn't get a better push, so I'm going to try again. And see, even here, it's going to go in because of the height difference, but it's ugly because I'm still not getting the animation I was getting when I had it on off against a small guard like this. So again, like that time we got it, but we don't get it every time. So I'll do it again just to show you guys. But if you're going to invest your badge points, or not your badge points, your attribute points in getting your strength up to get this badge, you want it to be effective at a high clip. And right here, it's not. So that's where I determined I did not like it on bronze, even versus small guards. So next one we're going to do is it on gold. Not on gold, sorry, my mistake. Silver. Same matchup, keep things consistent. Alright, so here, as you can see, we're getting it now. See, that's what we want. We want that animation. Like I said, it's not going to work, Bulldozer, against people your size and bigger than you. It's just not an effective badge. So, just to show you again, it's not fluky. Let's try going left this time, right? And look, just right out the way. Now, this is what we want. Get the ball back, do it one more time. Again, we're going to go right at him. And we're getting the ante now every time. So to me, silver looks like it's good for what we want it to do. And just as a last test, just to make sure I covered all my bases, I did it on gold just to see if it would be a big difference at all or not. And we'll see. And keep in mind, I'm doing this against someone small who doesn't have the immovable enforcer or high strength, because when I did it against someone who was the same size as the player I was using, it didn't work at all, even when they had no immovable enforcer and I had all Bulldozer, right? So you have to think, okay, so what could I use this badge for? And the main purpose would be to bully someone smaller than you. In this case, Giannis versus Curry, a big difference. So that's why I ran the test like this, because I determined that's the best way to use the badge. So next, right, I have it on gold now. Same thing, with a run at Curry. And we get a decent ante there, pushing him out of the way. Do it a couple more times. Alright, Curry scored, so I get the ball back, buddy. Alright, that was no good because I just kind of ran around him. Try again. There it is. So that's the ante we're looking for, right? So that's similar to the one we got on silver. Do it one more time just to show you guys. Again, just right through them. So to me, gold and silver were the same. Bronze wasn't good enough, but gold and silver were the same. Hall of Fame is obviously better too, but honestly, I think the best tier for you guys to have this badge on is silver. And listen, you're only going to be using Bulldozer when you have a significant height difference versus someone, and obviously a strength difference, but it's really the height that I think matters more for my test. So I would say, if you're making a slasher, if you want Bulldozer and you want to be efficient with your attribute points, put it on silver. Silver, you'll be able to bully guards smaller than you, like I was just doing, without sacrificing a lot of other parts of your team. So yeah, so that's it for our Bulldozer Badge Breakdown. Appreciate you guys listening. Please like, comment, subscribe to the video, and let me know in the comments below what badge we should break down next. And I'm out.